I got 10 minutes before my next meeting. Hop in. The mindset of a millionaire. What does it look like? I've been a YouTube creator for 12 years and I've grown from absolute nothing. From 0 subscribers all the way up to 10 million subscribers on multiple channels, and I've surpassed a net worth of multiple millions of dollars, and I want to just share with you guys the mindset that you need to be a millionaire. Now, of course, everyone's mindset is a little bit different, but I'm just explaining to you the mindset that I had and what worked for me, and also the mindset that I have works for a lot of other people that I know that are very successful and well off in life. And also I just want to go ahead and say that wealth in life is not necessarily about materialistic things like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a nice house. It's really about the health, the family, the friends. So many of those things are so much more important than this stuff like this. This stuff is cool, it's great on a Saturday night when you want to go out with your friends. The first thing about having the mindset of a millionaire, someone wealthy, is ultimately visioning things. Learning to vision the life that you want to live. When I was growing my YouTube channel and I had nothing, one of my favorite things to do was to ride the bus to school and visualize myself driving a Lamborghini instead of riding on the school bus. Now, I know this sounds dumb and I know it's like, oh, you gotta like dream about success, but it is extremely powerful. You gotta realize how powerful your brain is. Our thoughts control our feelings and our feelings control our actions. So if you can control those thoughts and dream about them and visualize the life that you want in the future, ultimately that will control your actions, your motivation, your discipline on a day-to-day basis. And everyone wants something different in life. Some people want a nice car, some people want a nice house, some people want to travel the world, some people just want to do what they love to do. So whatever it is, visualize it. Doesn't matter if it's materialistic or not, just visualize it. It's so incredibly powerful. And I wouldn't just visualize like cool cars like this because I'm a big car guy, but I would visualize me sitting with 1 million subscribers.
So here it is. Oh my goodness.
I would visualize myself on a stage performing in front of people because I wanted to be an entertainer one day. I would visualize myself traveling and meeting tons of fans and all these cool things. All of these things I would visualize, I would dream about. The next thing I want to talk about is discipline and executing and doing things when you don't feel like it, because ultimately this is going to be your guide to success. Anything great that comes out of anyone's life has discipline involved, no matter what. Anyone. In order to get wealth or success or to get good at something in life, you have to have discipline. For example, I was disciplined when it comes to YouTube. I was disciplined for years and years and years, making Minecraft videos after Minecraft videos after Minecraft videos. I uploaded 574 Minecraft videos over 3.5 years. And after my 575th video is the one that finally hit 1 million views for the first time. That is discipline. But discipline applies to all areas of life. It applies to, relationships, friendships, so many different things. Even if you invest your money, you have to be disciplined with investing your money, and you have to keep that money in a certain stock or in a company for 5, 10, 15, 20 years in order to see a return from it. Same thing with sports. Look at professional athletes, NFL players. They are very disciplined towards one sport for years and years, if not decades, before they go pro. And the other part of discipline is you have to execute on days when you don't feel like it. Because ultimately, there is tons of days where I didn't feel like filming videos, but I got it done. Because if you can execute on your hardest days when you don't feel like it, imagine how good you can execute on the days when you do feel like doing the work. Another way to lay out discipline is if you look at a calendar, you have 365 days. If you put 100% effort in every single day, you're extremely disciplined for the entire year. Now, obviously that is hard to do, but if you put in 50% effort on 50% of the days, that means 50% of your year you're slacking. Imagine how much further you would have gotten if you would have put in 75, 80, or 90% on those days instead of that 50%. So you have to execute on days that you don't feel like it, and you have to be disciplined towards what you want to achieve in order for great things to come out. The next thing I want to talk about is like failure and the journey of success. A lot of people just want the Ferrari, they want the Lambo, but they don't realize that the journey to get to the point that you're trying to achieve is actually the most fun and enjoyable that you're going to have. And also, once you achieve something like this, you appreciate it so much more. There is a reason that almost everyone that wins the lottery goes broke. It's because they don't appreciate the journey to win the lottery. They just get the money right away and they go spend it and they go broke. Whereas if you work for that money for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you appreciate that money so much more. You put so much work into that. So when you go out and buy something like this, or you take your dream vacation, you just appreciate it so much more. It's kind of like climbing Mount Everest. It's one of the hardest things to do. It's like a 2 or 3 month journey to climb this mountain. And once you get to the top, I mean, people are crying up there. People are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. They are appreciating that moment in their life more than any other moment in their life. Now imagine if there was an elevator that took you straight to the top of Mount Everest. I guarantee you, you would get up there and you would say, oh wow, this is really pretty. Wow, this is insane. And then you would get on the elevator and go right back down. You will never appreciate it as much as the people that spent 2 to 3 months climbing up to the top. So understand that failure is okay. It's part of the journey. It's what makes the journey special. Without failure, you simply cannot get to wins. It's not possible. So you have to keep pushing, you have to keep going, and understand that the mountain that you're climbing will be worth it when you get there. The next thing about having the mindset of a millionaire is simply to read books. Learn from other people's experiences. I mean, there is so many great business books out there, and the incredible thing about a book is I can pick up a book from a famous artist or a business owner, and I can consume this book in 2 to 3 weeks, and that book might be their entire life experience, and I can consume all that knowledge in 2 or 3 weeks. That's incredible, because if you're not reading books about personal development, business, or marketing, or whatever you're trying to do, you're slacking. You're missing out on years of information. And the last thing I want to talk about, and I think this wraps this up real nicely, is drive. So with your drive, or your ambition, or whatever you want to call it, you kind of control whether it runs high or whether it runs low. Or I always like to explain to people that there's 3 types of drive. If we're driving the car here, I'm either driving towards something, I'm driving away from something, or I'm very passionate towards something. Let me give you some examples. If I'm driving the car towards something, maybe I want more freedom in life. Maybe I want to drive towards a nice car or a nice house. Maybe I am driving towards the ability to want to travel the world. If I'm driving away from something, I'm driving away from the fact that I never want to work a 9 to 5 ever again. Or I never want to live like this person. Or I never want to be like my friend or my parents or whatever it is. You're driving away from something. And then the third one is having a deep passion towards something. And that's kind of like something that you would do on the weekends for fun. Like you truly love it. You have a passion for it. It gets you excited. You can't sleep over it. You want to do it more and more and more. And that's kind of what I had. And having a passion is something that you truly love. You want to do it on the weekends. It doesn't feel like work. You want to do it all the time. You want to share it with your friends. You want to talk about it more. You want to get involved in communities about it. You just love it. And the crazy thing is when I look back on my journey over the past 12, 13 years of YouTube, I actually had all 3 of those things. I had drive towards something, I had drive away from something, and I had deep passion towards something. So I'll read you what I wrote down for my drive notes. I said, I have a drive towards, I want to be able to do whatever I want. I don't want money to stand in my way because I only have one life to live and I want to live the best life possible. And then I was driven away from, I never ever want to live a normal life, being controlled by a bigger company, following the rules and fitting in society like a sardine in a can. And then I had a passion towards, I really love the idea of being creative. The fact that I can make a piece of content and share it with the entire world to see really fascinates me. And I wrote these 3 things like years ago, by the way. This is not something I recently wrote. That is my drive towards something, away from something, and my passion. So my tip for you is that if you can find those 3 things, it's almost like you find your fulfillment in life, your meaning in life. And look, you don't have to run a YouTube channel or own a business to be financially successful. There's so many ways that you can work your way up inside of a company and get really successful. You can work a normal job, but you can invest your money in a really smart way and you can get very financially successful. There's so many ways. You don't have to be an entrepreneur or a business owner just to become a millionaire one day. There's so many other ways, but hopefully this makes sense. This is something that's been on my mind. I've always wanted to make a video like this. So if you like this video, definitely subscribe and we'll post more stuff to the channel. But for now,